You've meticulously planned every detail of your dream wedding. You've crunched numbers, agonized over guest lists, and found what you thought was the perfect venue and vendors, all within your carefully crafted budget. You feel confident, perhaps even a little smug that you've accounted for everything. But let me tell you, that sense of security is about to be shattered. Because beneath the surface of seemingly straightforward quotes and charming packages, there lurks a silent, insidious force designed to decimate your wedding budget without you ever seeing it coming. These aren't the obvious costs. They're the phantom charges, the hidden fees, the line items that mysteriously appear on your final bill, leaving you reeling and wondering how your affordable wedding suddenly became a financial nightmare. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the 8 most notorious rental fees that quietly wreck wedding budgets, the ones no one warns you about. And trust me, one of them, a particular saboteur we'll delve into as number 4, is so cunningly disguised. It's practically a masterclass in financial sleight of hand. Prepare to arm yourself with knowledge, because ignorance in this arena isn't bliss, it's bankruptcy. Let's start with a fee that often gets mistaken for something it's not. The mysterious service charge? You see it on your catering or venue invoice? Typically a percentage to 18%, 20%, sometimes even 25%, added right to the top of your total bill. Many couples understandably assume this is a gratuity, a tip for the hardworking staff who will make their day run smoothly. But here's the crucial distinction: it's not. A service charge is an administrative fee, a mandatory cost levied by the venue or vendor to cover their operational expenses, overhead, or even just to boost their profit margins. It's revenue for the business, not direct compensation for the individuals serving your guests. This means that after paying this hefty percentage, you are still often expected, and rightly so, to tip the waitstaff, bartenders, and other service personnel who delivered exceptional service on your special day. The impact of this fee is profound. Imagine a wedding budget of $30,000 for catering and venue. A 20% service charge immediately adds $6,000 to that bill before a single plate is served or a single drink is poured. It's a significant chunk of change that doesn't directly translate into better service for you or better pay for the staff. And it's a fee that can easily catch unsuspecting couples off guard, thinking they've already covered the tip when in reality they've just paid an extra administrative cost. Always clarify what a service charge truly covers, and budget for additional gratuities for your dedicated service team. Next up, a fee that sounds almost comically petty until you see the numbers: the infamous cake cutting fee. You've spent hours, perhaps even months, designing the perfect wedding cake. You've invested a significant portion of your budget into this edible masterpiece. Whether it's a towering 5-tier creation or an elegant minimalist design, you've paid the baker, arranged for its delivery, and it stands proudly at your reception, a symbol of your sweet union. Then, when it's time for it to be served, the venue hits you with a charge simply for slicing and plating your own cake. Yes, you heard that right. Venues often charge a per-slice fee for this service, arguing it covers the labor of their kitchen staff, often far outweighs the actual effort. These fees can range from $2 to $8 per slice. Now, multiply that by 150 guests, and suddenly your $800 wedding cake comes with an additional $300 to $1,200 serving charge. It quickly accumulates, turning what should be a straightforward part of your reception into another unexpected financial burden. Discover when they receive their final invoice, long after the cake has been devoured. Then there are the twin terrors of the bar tab: corkage and beverage handling fees. Many couples, in an effort to save money on alcohol, consider bringing their own wine, beer, or spirits to the wedding. It seems like a smart move, avoiding the often inflated prices of venue-provided bar packages. However, venues are acutely aware of this cost-saving strategy and have developed a countermeasure: corkage fees. This is a charge per bottle of wine or champagne, or per case of beer, that you bring onto their premises. It's ostensibly to cover the cost of opening, chilling, serving, and cleaning up after your beverages. But beyond corkage, some venues also implement broader beverage handling fees, which can apply even if you're using their bar service, but perhaps brought in a special bottle for a toast or a unique spirit. These fees can quickly erode any savings you anticipated by sourcing your own alcohol. A corkage fee of $25 per bottle of wine might seem small, but if you have 50 bottles for your guests, that's an extra $1,250 tacked onto your bill. What? Started as a clever way to reduce costs transforms into another unexpected expense, often negating the entire benefit of buying your own liquor. It's a fee designed to ensure that even if you don't use their full bar package, they still capture a piece of your beverage budget. Now, let's talk about the undisputed heavyweight champion of hidden fees: The one I teased earlier, the fee, that blindsides more couples than any other. The sneaky setup and teardown labor fee. This isn't just a charge, it's an unspoken trap, a masterclass in assuming inclusion only to find out it's a separate, substantial cost. When you rent chairs, tables, linens, decor elements, or even a dance floor, it's perfectly natural to assume that the cost of setting up these items for your event and then dismantling them afterward is simply part of the rental price. After all, what good is a pile of chairs if they aren't arranged around tables? What use is a dance floor if it's still in pieces in a box? You would think the labor involved in making these items functional for your wedding would be inherently included in the rental agreement, but you would be wrong. Many rental companies and even venues will charge a separate, often hefty labor fee for the basic act of moving, arranging, and then breaking down these rented items. This isn't a premium service. It's the fundamental labor required to make the rental usable. These fees can be calculated in various ways: a flat rate, an hourly rate per worker, or even a percentage of your total rental order. Imagine renting 150 chairs, 20 tables, and various decor pieces. The rental cost might be $2,000, but then a setup and teardown fee of another $500 to $1,000 or more can suddenly appear on your invoice. This fee is particularly insidious because it preys on your logical assumption that a rented item is delivered ready for use, or at least with the necessary labor to make it so. It's not an optional add-on like bespoke floral arrangements. It's the cost of making your rented items serve their intended purpose. This fee can be a massive, unexpected hit, disguised as a necessary service, and it's the one that most often leaves couples scratching their heads, wondering how such a fundamental aspect of their rentals became an additional charge. Always ask specifically if setup and teardown labor is included in your rental quotes, and if not, what the exact charges will be. Finally, we arrive at a fee so ubiquitous yet so often forgotten. It's almost poetic in its subtlety: the unseen linen cleaning fee. You've selected beautiful tablecloths, napkins, chair sashes, and perhaps even runners to enhance your reception decor. These items arrive looking pristine, and at the end of the night, they're collected, often appearing relatively clean, perhaps with a few crumbs or a minor spill. But here's the thing: even if linens appear spotless, a mandatory fee for professional cleaning is almost always applied. This isn't just for heavily soiled items. It's a standard charge for every piece of fabric you rent. Rental companies have industrial cleaning processes and often send all linens to specialized facilities regardless of their apparent condition. This fee is usually a small per diem charge, perhaps $2 per napkin, $10 per tablecloth, $1 per tablecloth, $1 per chair cover. Individually, these amounts seem negligible, but multiply them by the number of guests, tables, and chairs at your wedding, and they add up incredibly fast. For a wedding with 150 guests, you might have 15 tablecloths, 150 napkins, and 150 chair covers. Even at modest per diem rates, that could easily be $150 for tablecloth cleaning, $300 for napkins, and $150 for chair covers, a total of $600 just for cleaning fabric. This fee is often overlooked in initial quotes or buried deep within the fine print, only to resurface as a surprising lump sum on your final invoice. It's a silent, accumulating charge that can easily inflate your decor budget without providing any additional aesthetic value on the day itself. So, there you have it, the 8 rental fees that quietly, insidiously wreck wedding budgets, often without a whisper of warning. From the administrative service charge that isn't a tip, to the petty cake cutting fee, the corkage that negates savings, the truly insidious setup and teardown labor fee, the practical yet costly delivery and pickup surcharges, the damage waiver that feels like paying for nothing, the overtime that turns minutes into hundreds, and the ever-present linen cleaning fee. These aren't just minor annoyances. They are silent saboteurs, each capable of adding hundreds, if not thousands, to your total wedding cost, turning your meticulously planned budget into a financial free-for-all. The critical takeaway here is this: assume nothing. Every single line item, every percentage, every included service needs to be questioned and clarified. Before you sign any contract, before you commit to any vendor, arm yourself with a detailed list of questions. Ask about service charges and what they cover. Inquire about cake cutting and corkage fees. Most importantly, demand to know if setup and teardown labor is included or if it's a separate charge, and get those figures in writing. Understand delivery and pickup policies, damage waivers, overtime rates, and yes, even the hidden cost of cleaning your linens. Read every word of your contracts, no matter how small the print, no matter how tedious it seems. Because in the world of wedding planning, what you don't know absolutely can hurt your wallet of mind, and most importantly, protect your budget from these silent, sneaky saboteurs Your future self and your bank account will thank you.